Good morning, students. Myself, Professor Swapna, and I'll be teaching you the basic guidelines of a photography. So let's get started. Today we'll be discussing about the types of cameras. There are different types of cameras, and we are like unaware about all the functioning areas of these cameras. Okay, so basically, before understanding what different types of cameras are, first we will be understanding the anatomy of a SLR camera and as well as the definition of a camera. Camera is a very basic light tight box with lens at one end and an image sensing device at other end. Okay, so lens will be placing in the one side and the image sensing device, also we can call it as the image sensor, is placed in the other hand side. Okay, so we will be observing from the left eyepiece. Eyepiece is basically we are like it is like a pinhole from where we will be observing the subject as well as the object. Okay, whatever things we want to capture, we'll be observing it. Film plane film plane is basically the image sensor or a film sensor, is like placed in front of the lens. So when the light comes in, chemical reaction will happen, and this image sensor or a sensor is also you will find in a specific format, which is a small format, and it is we can consider it as like a 35 mm. Okay, then reflex mirror. In SLR cameras, you will find a reflex mirror in a 45-degree angle. So what exactly happens when the lens form an image? It appear it in on a mirror, and the mirror also reflects it in a pentaprism. Okay, above over here, pentaprism is also mentioned. So pentaprism is exactly form the image, and also through the eyepiece we can observe what kind of image we want to capture. Okay, then after pentaprism, lens is over there mentioned. Lens is essential part of the camera, and your image quality also like varies with the type of lenses you're using in the camera. Okay, then light plane is basically the hole through which the light will enter in the lens. This is also the anatomy of a camera. Light will be entering, which is shown us over here in a yellow, like yellow color. Then pentaprism or mirrors, viewfinder, recording medium is also sometime placed, and after that film sensor is placed. Mirror is in a 45-degree angle. Lens. Okay, here again anatomy of a camera in the same way explain. And camera, an optical instrument that is used to form and record an image of an object on a film. The image is inverted and a real image. Okay, so all the things we already discussed. Only the shutter is also mentioned over here in the camera. Okay, so shutter is above the film sensor, and uh, after the mirror. Okay, then they also explain us about the diaphragm, a series of overlapping metal pieces adjusted to alter size of a aperture central hole, and hence amount of a light allowed through. Okay, so aperture basically control the amount of light, and from in the SLR we can also adjust it. Okay, formats in frame format is basically given over here. You can understand the frame of a camera or frame of the image through its format, which are the small formats, then medium formats, and the large formats. Okay, it is basically depend upon the size of the frame. Okay, earlier our parents used to have an album in a very small format. Okay, now there are large format images also available. Okay, and we can also nowadays we are also having albums which are having very large photos. If you observe the wedding album or some corporate ceremony album, you will find a very large pictures are available, as well as the medium pictures are available. Small pictures can also uh, we can set up in that through the camera. Okay, so format is over here is basically divided into the small, medium and the large, and it is depend upon the size, which is in mm. Okay, so 24 to 40 or 36 35 okay, till the 40 uh, if our frame comes in 24 to 40 we considered it as a small format image or a small frame. Okay, frame size which is very small. Then mediums format is any camera format that makes use of the 120 film size or utilizes a digital imaging sensor that mimics that size. This format captures images that are slightly smaller than the large format film size but bigger than the uh, small format. Okay, so here also they mention which is 102 to 127 which is larger than the small format. Okay, and the large format images comes in inches. Okay, so here inches like that size is given. Large format refers to any imaging format of a 4 by 5 inches. Okay, which is like 107 to 127 or larger than that. Okay, so it can be in inches and larger than that. So small, medium and large format, this examples are given over here. In here in this slide we will be having a discussion over the sensor, which is a film sensor placed in the other side of a lens. What is the size of that sensor? In a full frame digital single lens reflex DSLR camera, uh, you will be finding a sensor of a 35 okay, so we can call it as a 35 format film. Okay, so it is a very small format, but it is basically nowadays a structure of a DSLR cameras. Okay, you will find a not a frame but a sensor or a film uh, image sensor or film sensor in a 35 size. Now here we are having an introduction of a different cameras. So earlier days rangefinder camera was very popular. Okay, rangefinder is a type of camera, so we are basically understanding over here the types of cameras. Rangefinder is a number one, first type. Okay, so we will read out and understand what is a rangefinder camera. As the name suggests, the viewing system incorporates a small viewfinder and a twin prism is used for a focusing based on the principle of a parallax. The image falling on the sensor cannot be viewed while focusing, but at the turn of the focusing ring on the lens. Uh, Two pair of images moves close or away in the viewfinder to achieve sharp focus. This image must coincide precisely. This is bit tedious and time consuming while working. This is also difficult procedure in a dim light situations, and one has to rely on judging the object distance and set the distance scale on the lens to the estimated distance. Usually rangefinder types of camera are meant for amateurs for the simplicity of its use, but there are high end professional versions with interchangeable lenses too. Leica from Canada is most respected rangefinder camera. Leica is basically a brand. This is known for its precision and highly precise range of lenses. Okay, so rangefinder is a type of a camera. Rangefind is basically what, like you will be finding an image through the pinhole that we already seen in the earlier images, earlier slides. Okay, so I want to show you, this is a rangefinder camera. In the right hand side, there is a pinhole from where you can see the images. Okay, and lens is put there. So basically what they want to say, the rangefinder camera is having a parallax error. Okay, so I want to explain you what is a parallax error. You can see over here in this image. Okay, whatever we are observing, it is through the pinhole. Okay, and what the lens see is in a center of the camera. Okay, so what you see in the viewfinder and what the lens sees, that is somewhat like a difference in the perfect subject you will get. If you want to focus on something, you will be finding slight changes in that. Okay, so that is this error, like whatever you want to capture and what the lens is capturing, the difference is like little bit difference is occurring over here. So this error is called as a parallax error. Okay, over here in this image also mention what is a parallax error. The photograph is taken through the main lens, however the view from the lens and the viewfinder is slightly different. This difference is called as a parallax error. Okay, and this usually happen in this rangefinder cameras. So I hope you get the thing what I want to say, that a rangefinder is having a slightly different things whatever you're observing through the SLR. Okay, so advantages, there are some advantages of rangefinder camera too. These are the rangefinder camera is not having any quality compromises other than the SLR cameras. Rangefinder camera has its shutter inside the lens, and this is why the flash can synchronize with all the shutter speeds. This is not so with the SLR type of camera. So basically afterwards we will be understanding about the SLR shutter, where it is placed. Basically shutter is a setup to control the amount of speed. Okay, how if the object is moving, how accurately you are capturing the images, that is the functioning of the shutter. Okay, and the rangefinder camera is like shutter placement of the rangefinder camera is inside the lens, and in SLR cameras it is placed um, above the image sensor, so it slightly make a different. You will get a smooth or synchronized shutter speed. Okay, and the image won't be having any clutter or something. Okay, so yes, quality compromisation you won't get in this rangefinder cameras, only the parallax error you will get. Okay, while the shutter is open, that is during exposure, the image in the viewfinder is not a hidden, and one can precisely monitor the activity before the lens. This help to note whether your subject has maintained the expression or not, or one can ensure the eyes are not blinked during exposure. Okay, so basically shutter and the lens uh, are not having any distance in between, and that's why you can smoothly have your action of taking a, or you can capture the image. That is a smooth action. Okay, rangefinder camera doesn't use mirror for viewing like that in SLR, so the shutter is much silent comparatively. Okay, So basically what happen in SLR cameras, what will be happening in a SLR camera, we'll be discussing it afterwards. But I want to tell you that earlier in the images, these images, okay, in every image, every anatomy, we observe the mirror which is in a 45-degree. Okay, here is also mirror is placed in this diagram, mirror is placed. So this is basically anatomy of a SLR. And in a rangefinder camera you will not find mirror over there in a placed in a particular degrees. So what happened, when you click an image, when you click an image, shutter is silent, like shutter is not doing any movements are very like synchronized with the lens from lens activity. And you can capture candid photos as well very silently. If you want to capture a photo, you can do it with the rangefinder cameras, while the SLR will be creating a noise while capturing an image. Okay, so if you want to do a silent or a candid photography without informing the, like if you want to take a photo of any person without informing him, okay, so he will be disturbed by the sound of your shutters voice, shutters movement, shutter speeds movement. Okay, then next is rangefinders are smaller and more compact because they don't have to implement the heavy and space consuming mirror prism system that SLRs used to allow you to look through the lens. Okay, so basically SLR is having a bigger setup because mirror is placed, pentaprism is also having its function and showing us the image, and lenses are also there. Then there are rings, aperture setup, then focusing, defocusing, this all the things are there. That's why the SLR is like a bulkier or heavy, while rangefinder cameras also, here you can observe, they are very handy. Okay, and you can carry it anywhere. So that is a advantage of rangefinder cameras. mm, and the but the through the lens you cannot look through the lens, and the parallax error happen due to the rangefinder camera. Okay, rangefinder cameras have no shutter lag. With the rangefinder, press the button and it goes. Okay, you have captured the peak of the moment forever. No mirror flip up, time wasted. Okay, so basically what happened in SLR, you have to shutter, you have to set the shutter. Okay, and over here in the rangefinder camera you have to just press the button. So once you captured it, whatever you want to capture, in just one press button you can capture it. While SLR cameras, there will be a mirror flip up that like functioning happen, and you can find it, time over there is like in SLR, uh, it will take a time, and in rangefinder like you will get the image immediately. Okay, because it's just a one click image. Here we already observe the what is a parallax error, and what you are observing through the viewfinder, and what the lens sees. Okay, parallax error also we discuss. Then disadvantages of this camera, it is significantly more complicated to reason about depth of field. Now what is a depth of field? Depth of field is basically you are giving a maximum importance to the object. Object is basically, for example, you are doing a photography. Okay, so cold drink or something like a product is there in the center. Okay, which you want to highlight, and you are giving a minimum importance to the background. Okay, so in this camera, you it is quite a difficult or complicated to set this kind of setup where the background is completely blurred and object, whatever object is completely in focus. This setting you cannot do in a rangefinder camera. And light focus and a light setup also, as compared to the SLR, whatever things you can set like focus and lighting, these also things very difficult to set in this camera. Okay, in model digital rangefinders, the depth of field and the focus is monitored from the display. Okay, so basically rangefinder cameras also modified after few time period, and now digital rangefinder camera also are having some setup of a depth of field and a focus, but basically in SLR you can do the settings, like there is a fixed setup, and here it is somewhat complicated. Okay, next point is, but the display type viewfinder does not allow you to look through the lens to be precise. Earlier we discussed about the parallax error. The same error is discussed. Look through the lens is it is not the possible with this rangefinder cameras. Okay, rangefinder cameras have a less lens selection, and with change in a lens, the composition has to be judged from the frame marking provided in the viewfinder. Less lens selection, and with change in lens, the composition has to be judged from the frame marking provided in the viewfinder. Okay, so lens selection is basically you cannot replace the lens several times, it like a SLR. Okay, and this thing is in bracket it is written that not with the digital means now new versions in a digital format available, and this error is not there in a digital rangefinder cameras. Okay, difficult to focus in a dark places because the rangefinder system works in a on a parallax. So basically how SLR can focus in the dark areas, in not in the same manner rangefinder cameras can work in the dark places. Okay, now rangefinder cameras are designed for professionals only, and amateur non SLR cameras come with digital sensor and with a display at the back, but the image sensor size in amateur cameras has reduced considerably for a cost effectiveness, and phenomenally do not fall in 35 mm format. Okay, then we'll be understanding what is a single lens reflex is, that is a SLR camera's anatomy again with a few details. Okay, so in the left hand side over here, viewfinder eyepiece is over there, rewind release lever is there. So in SLR you will be finding all the specification, all the advanced things where you can actually set the image clarity as well as the other settings. Okay, film speed dial is also there, shutter release is also there. You can shutter release, that function you can do manually. Film advanced lever is there, exposure counter is there. Okay, all these things will be understanding slowly the afterwards, like what is the exposure meter, lens metering, like a film sensor. But now we'll just observing the anatomy of a camera. So you will be finding it quite complicated, but the camera functioning due to all this setup is very simpler. Okay, self time lever, then mirror air damper, focusing screen and the mirror. Okay, then shutter speed ring is also there, focusing ring, aperture ring, CDS cell, pentaprism, meter switch, and a rewind knob is also there. Okay, single lens reflex explains focusing as well as viewing system used in it. SLR uses only one or same lens for viewing as well as for focusing, so photographer can get precise view of what he is shooting. The viewing system is designed on the basis of a periscope, an optical instrument used in a submarine to view above water. Okay, you might have observed that submarine is under the water, and they are having like one system which is we can call it as a periscope. Okay, and through that periscope we can see the like what is in, what is there in the surface of the water. Okay, like ships are traveling through the surface of the water, that things we can observe to the through the periscope. Okay, so how the periscope function in the submarine? In the same way, SLR is also having the periscope kind of structure, where you can observe the things which lens is observing. Okay, that is particular jargon is for this functioning, which is through the lens. You're observing things through the lens. Okay, so this brings in mirror at 45-degree in image path, which reflects image formed by the lens onto a focusing screen. This image is viewed from viewfinder through a five-faced prism called a pentaprism. This pentaprism turns the image erect, which is otherwise upside down. This is called a reflex system. Okay, we'll be understanding what it is, what is why the mirror is placed, and why the pentaprism is placed, and what kind of functioning they are doing. Okay, so here again we are observing the anatomy of a camera, where you can observe uh, the same the same error can happen like a viewfinder or a rangefinder cameras. Like over here, eyepiece is above the lens. Okay, lens is somewhat below or in the center of a camera, and eyepiece is over there in above side. Okay, then how we can observe what the what the lens is also observing. Okay, so through the lens, this function, how we can clearly make the change, like what is the difference. So basically mirror is there in a 45-degree angle, and whatever things lens is observing is reflected through the pentaprism, and pentaprism over there is also making an image. Okay, left hand side below over here, pentaprism is also diagrammatically explain how it is a function. Okay, so it is also making an angle, and through the pentaprism you can observe the images, and this is how, like, you can also observe the whatever lens is observing. And parallax error do not happen because of the mirror and the pentaprism. Now you got the point why the mirror and the pentaprism are placed in this direction in SLR. Okay, in the right hand side below over here, like one object is over there, so in a red line in the right hand side direction. Okay, observe it. uh, tea uh, teapot is there, and in the red line we can observe. Okay, so lens is observing that object, and it is also placed matlab this mirror is basically reflection. Due to reflection, mirror is also observing the things whatever lens are observing, and this mirror is also creating an angle above, which is in a pentaprism, and pentaprism is giving us exactly that image, whatever the image is observed by the lens. Okay, this is a reflex over here, we already read that this is called a reflex system. So in SLR cameras this reflex system is there, and which is that is why it is SLR is different, and viewfinder is rangefinder cameras are different. Okay, parallax error cannot happen in a SLR. Okay, understand this concept. Okay, so again the anatomy of SLR: viewing system, shutter, sensor. Shutter is placed in the above the film sensor. Okay, and below the mirror. Okay, and what we read over there in a rangefinder camera, that shutter is placed in the lens. It is synchronizing with the lens. Okay, so here shutter makes a noise or makes a sound. So it is a disadvantage of a SLR camera, that is it is making so much noise with the shutter speed. Okay, then the light path, aperture. Aperture is basically a control of a light. Okay, maximum and a minimum light setting, lens elements, viewing system, and a flip up mirror. Okay, the diagrams show how complicated is the structure of an SLR, but above all, this design makes SLR the most versatile camera and the most popular too. The design allows you to see through image paths, so the photographer can see exactly what he is shooting. There is practically no parallax error, and so no portion of the image is accidentally cropped in actual picture taking. Understood? Okay. Okay, so here today we discuss the uh, setup and the anatomy of SLR camera, then advantage disadvantages of uh, rangefinder camera. What is a rangefinder camera? What is a parallax error? And what is the functioning of a pentaprism and a mirror? Okay, we will continue in the next lecture.